Yeah, great to get 70 plus minutes physically. Obviously, we had a quick turnaround from Monday, so to be able to go 60 and then 70, with kind of 4 or 5 days in between, is very positive. Obviously, you can see a little bit we're maybe lacking that pop, as we continue to push towards 90. There'll be times where the quality drops. I think there were times today where we did with the heat, and for the first time pushing big minutes, that we looked, a little tired. We made some mistakes today in the preseason. That's to be expected. And for me, it's just about, learning from those things. I thought on both goals we needed to be a little more hungry, dealing with the cross and, not getting beat to the ball. Both goals, I think are things that we can correct and clean up pretty easily. Didn't think they had a ton of chances on the day. And it's a pretty even game, and they're a good team, Atlanta, very talented. Up until they scored the goal, we're there. It's a very even game, and actually we had a great chance 5 minutes in. We're in the box, about 8 yards out. If we score that goal, obviously the game's a bit different. And then disappointing on the set piece. We've been working on that a lot. Obviously with our set piece coach coming in as well. The details there, especially with how hard we've been working on those, we have to do better on that. No failure, just feedback. In preseason, it's important to learn from these things, and I still feel very good about where we're at, and the mistakes that we made today. A lot of it's to be expected this early in preseason still. And when you make mistakes, I think in some ways it's good, because you really now have to look at yourself in the mirror a little bit, and we haven't had a ton of adversity. So today we go down, and I did think there were times where we battled back and could have got 1-1, but in the end it wasn't enough today against a good team.
Still integrating some new faces as well. Eli gets about 15 minutes at the end of the game, and Gonago gets 35 or so from the start. He's only had a couple training sessions, so how has he sort of been able to get settled in, even in just a couple days?
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Obviously, Gonago has to come out, 35 minutes. Luis Diaz is injured, so we're kind of throwing Noel wide, so we're down a little bit of a winger there. We didn't get a ton, on that left after Gonago, kind of left the game. So, and they're up 1-0, so they can kind of just sit in. And, in the end, I thought we had some moments where we could have scored. We missed some detail there on the cross, in the run, but it's a perfect time. That's why we scheduled this game. It's a perfect time to clean some things up.
You have about 3 days left here in Florida, and then you're heading back for those final preparations in Foxborough. So what is it you want to see in terms of kind of goals, objectives, really just over these next few days before you're heading home?
Yeah, so we'll watch the film. We'll train for 2 days. We'll rotate on Tuesday who starts the game. So we'll go with a whole new group. And then, at 70, we'll bring on, the group that started today. And then that sets up, obviously, us to, Thursday, Friday, sets us up for hopefully a 90-minute game where we're pushing kind of our top group at home, a week out from the season.